Good morning, students. And now the one more video which is here. We have for the one more system which is used to control pollutants emitted into the atmosphere. First one, which one is fixed orifice tube PCB system. Some engines are not fitted with the PCB wall. The blow by gases is routed into the intake manifold through the fixed orifice tube. We are having here fixed orifice tube, so you know about the orifice, and that orifice is fitted into that tube. uh, that fitted into the tube. This system works similar to the PCB valve. So whatever which is discussed previously, that PCB valve similarly, here also the working process is taken place, so that what the blow of gases which are produced, that can be escaped with through the help of orifice tube here. The only exception is the system is regulated by the vacuum on the orifice. The amount of blow of gas flow into the intake manifold is limited by the size. So likewise, what happens, we are having here fixed orifice tube, which is used to control the emission of pollutants into the atmosphere. So now the some other systems we are having here, we need to discuss those one by one, which are used to control the emission of pollutants into the atmosphere. Those are, can say that, controlling evaporative emissions. So evaporative emissions is a very important thing. Is what is evaporative emissions? So evaporative emissions are nothing but, so vapors, vapor of fuel or a fuel vapor which is formed inside the vehicle. It may be in the fuel tank or a carburetor. There is a possibility of formation of fuel vapors. Those vapors also we need to consider as a pollutants. Those also should not be emits into the atmosphere. That's why what happens, we need to control that emissions with the help of some systems we are having here. Those are the, those are also known as what, evaporative emission system or evaporative emission control systems. The fuel uh, evaporative control system capture fuel evaporative control system capture the gasoline vapor, forms the fuel tank. So whatever gasoline vapor or fuel which is fuel vapor which is formed inside the fuel tank and carburetor, which will be received by these evaporative emission control systems. So we are having different types of evaporative emission control system. First one is active emission control and evaporative control system, that is ECS, cycle vapor recovery and vapor saver system, that is VVS or NRS. Since fuel injection system do not have the float bowl, the ECS control so escapes fuel vapor from the fuel tank only. Okay, so definitely in the previous system it has uh, float bowl. So now if some systems or some vehicles are not having float bowl, that time we can use this system, that is evaporative evaporative control system or ECS controls. So whatever vapor which is formed inside the fuel tank, those are directly escape from the tank only, and tank only. So that can be done with the help of evaporative control system. So we have diagram here uh, for that. So this is the evaporative control system or a vapor recovery schematic diagram of. Okay, so first one, we have different types of, I already told you that uh, evaporative emission control system. In that, first one is vapor recovery system. In the first one we are having here, that is the vapor recovery system. So we are having here schematic diagram. So it consists of carbon or a charcoal canister. This is the very important part of the system. So once again I am telling you that what it is, carbon or carbon or charcoal canister system. Here you have, this is the important part. Okay, and it is fitted with a furge wall and two lines which is connected to this particular canister. So one line is connected towards the tank like this, so and one more line is which is connected to the carburetor. Okay, so whatever the fuel vapor which is formed or produced inside the fuel tank and the carburetor which are flowing towards the carbon or a charcoal canister, which are flowing towards the carbon or a charcoal canister, and that fuel vapor will be absorbed by the activated charcoal, and which is stored inside the particular this device or a carbon canister, carbon or a charcoal canister, carbon or a charcoal canister. Okay, right. Carbon or a charcoal canister, and later what happens, the fresh air will be flow through this particular canister. So that time that air will receive that uh, vapor fuel, and then which is flowing that air fuel will be flowing towards the engine intake manifold, or we can say that directly enter into the engine cylinder, where again combustion will be taken place. Okay, so for that first wall is control wall is provided, so that uh, air flow of air can be controlled with the help of first control wall, and fresh air which is enter into the canister and it receives that stored vapor. That process is known as what it is, purging process. Okay, and we have one more device here. You can see here, this one is one more device, vapor separator. Here you have here vapor liquid separator. Okay, this is very important for separating the liquid fuel and the gaseous fuel or vaporized fuel which is came from the fuel tank. It will be get separated here with the help of this particular part, and then only vapor fuel will be enter into the canister, and same process whatever I discussed previously will be taken place, and then we can avoid the emission of uh, vapor fuel into the atmosphere. So this is what it is, schematic diagram of vapor recovery system. And now moving towards the next one more system we are having here, that is evaporative control system for fuel injected engine. So this is what it is we are having here diagram. We are having here the diagram. Okay, can observe properly. Full diagram we are having here, this one. So this is what it is, the diagram you are having. It is nothing but the ECS for engine with the throttle body injection, or evaporative control system. This one is the diagram, evaporative control system. And now again, whenever the injection system do not have float ball, okay, float ball, when there is no not having float ball, that time also again we can use this system, that is evaporative control system. The fuel vapor from the fuel tank, again fuel vapor from the fuel tank, when the escape of fuel vapor from the fuel tank, the canister is connected to the hose of the fuel tank. So here you are having again canister, just here you are having again canister. So canister consists of activated charcoal. So when the fuel vapor is formed in the fuel tank which is escaped from the fuel tank canister is connected, to the fuel tank. Then purge line from the canister is connected to the throttle body. This is the purge line which is connected. This is the purge line which is connected to the canister and uh, canister and throttle body. The electrical purge control valve, a control solenoid may be used instead of vacuum operated purge valve. So here the valves are used is in the solenoid valves are used here uh, as a purge valve. The solenoid valve may be fitted on the canister or in the purge line and normally opens. Okay, so that canister valve may be connected to the uh, first line, maybe first line and the canister. Okay, so likewise what happens again,